Ugh. Happy early AMA, weekend AMA. I don't really have anything to talk about, but I thought it'd be kind of a fun time to talk about um, just not only answering the questions like we normally do, but talk about growing older. That's always an interesting thing. Because no matter who you are, where you live, what your social economic background is, your culture, your race, your job, your history, we all grow old. Doesn't matter what. It doesn't even matter if you're a cat, a dog, a human. It doesn't matter. We all are growing older, and so it's kind of an interesting thing where we all have it in common, no matter how much you try. Although I did get an email about a San Francisco-based startup that's trying to put a halt to that, and bless them. I hope they do it with like an 18 billion evaluation. Um, but so anyhow, oh, on a side note, I asked a buddy of mine what a good wireless headset is, and this is for like gaming or Discord or anything like that. But how is it on the stream compared to the usual microphone? Is it all right? So please let me know in the chat, which I'm bringing up right now. But yeah, so today was my birthday. I am. It's also the official first live stream of me being 31. But yeah, so um it's one of those cool things where we're all in you know to the people who don't know how to code versus people who do know how to code. We're all getting better. But it's been a it's just a sort of sombering fact to look back and say 31 years old, man. Huh. I feel like we're just getting started, you know what I mean? What age will I remove my braces? 31. The 12th of November is when I'm getting my braces taken off. Yeah. Originally when I got them on, I said, "Hey, just I want my street teeth straight. That's it. I just want it straight." He's like, "Well, do you want to fix your overbite?" And I was like, "No, I don't care, because that sounds like more time." And so basically, it was 10 months with the braces on just to fix the straight teeth, and then it would be another year. Although, according all of a sudden at the end of it, hey, if you decide to change your mind, it's only gonna be 6 months now. You ain't fooling no one, son. Even if that's true, I can't believe you. But no, so I'm getting them off, um, and good. Um, yeah, but it's been so cool. What do I hope to? Someone asked me. I'm missing the questions. Do you make any money from affiliate marketing? Yeah, man. So anyone who's on social media will do some affiliate marketing. I don't make that much because I don't really have too many affiliates. The things that um, there's if you go in the video description, you'll see there's like books I recommend and like that to me like those books I recommend. I'm getting like a 3% to 5%. It depends on the type of product, but on the books from Amazon, it's like a 3 to 5% cut. So on a $20 book, I'm getting maybe 30 to 50 cents. Um, and then I also have like the Humble Bundle affiliate stuff that I do. What else do I have? Um, oh, I have my courses. That's not really affiliate. It's sort of the same thing. Like, hey, you make money over the internet, but I built courses and I sell them. But I don't think uh, that would be affiliate marketing. I think that'd just be marketing your own courses. So yeah, seem higher pitch. Hmm. What do I want to accomplish in my 30s? I want to be retired by 40. So, and retired, not in like I don't need to work anymore. Um, but retired in the fact that I have no debt, everything's paid off, and I have a large enough passive income stream that I can pursue my own hobbies and I can maybe just work part time if I want to, not because I have to. Um, and honestly, I think we can get there. Why do I always look so miserable in my streams? Do I look miserable? So on Thursday, so like I know I look tired. I think I'm getting sick, and I also started drinking energy drinks again. So my sleep schedule's all jacked up, and it's my own fault, and I hate myself for doing it. But I'm somewhat addicted to them at times. Ever since the move, I've been drinking energy drinks again, so that's part of it. Um, but yeah, so I don't. I know what I would like to accomplish this year. Um, so I want to get back in shape and healthy, man. I don't feel as healthy and in shape as I'd like to be. Um, how am I celebrating? Um, I'll be. Um, this is because I'm such an exciting guy. To celebrate my birthday, I will be paying off 5,000 additional dollars on my very first home payment to to lower that loan and whatnot. So that's the exciting stuff I'll be doing for my birthday. Nothing. I'm not like going out, but I will put some money down. Be responsible. Um, the Dave Ramsey book is a great way to pay debt down. Yeah, I've read Dave's. God, what's his most popular one? Uh, do I have it over here? No, those are all my coding books. Um, not Financial Peace University, but his other book about debt. Honestly, not too much of it applied to me. Just because I was almost done with like his steps before he got there. But yeah, I think any of that. What other side hustles do I do? Well, I have paid sponsorships and stuff like that. Do I have any other projects other than affiliates, passive income coming in? No, it'd be nice though. What's your business partnership? Damn man, what you you're just trying to figure out my money. I feel like this guy's working with the IRS right now. He's like, boy, where do you get all your money? You need your W-2s and W-9s. Um, but yeah, Deaf Mountain's just been sponsoring the channel for almost 2 years. I reached out to them. Uh, I reached out to them, God, 2 years ago, and I said, "Hey, would you want to sponsor my channel? Because I'm a software channel." They said yes, and we've been working together ever since. Go get a steak, treat yourself. I just got me a house. I feel treated. Uh, you know, um, do energy drinks actually work? They work for me. I'll say that much. My favorite JavaScript framework, most employable. It all depends on your area, really, but I honestly think you can learn. Here's the thing: like frameworks aren't all that important. You just gotta get comfortable diving into them. Like you have to be comfortable working in anything JavaScript based because they all sort of feel the same after a while. They all have the same type of parts. There's nothing revolutionarily different about like Vue than there is about Angular. Angular against React. React's just more functional based. You just have to sort of learn how they handle state management versus Angular being more object oriented based and how they handle state management, and then Vue is like Angular one. But at this point, this is kind of my point is I know JavaScript pretty well. I wouldn't say I'm a master of frameworks. I'm probably okay with Angular, and I kind of understand it fine. I've been working in the last year plus, um, but I understand how frameworks work. I've worked in jQuery, React, Angular 1, now Angular 2, and I've played around in Vue as well. So it's like one of those things where it doesn't really matter what the framework is. What would be probably would be cooler, in all honesty, is if I don't know if the ECMAScript Foundation controls the document object model like API, but that stuff is usually just made so that because manipulating the DOM's kind of a pain, and so people write frameworks to help with that, and then also to manipulate just the raw HTML, make it a little bit more verbose. It it would be nice, and this is it would be nice if that stuff continues to evolve, and it is, but ideally, you'd like to see your language and frameworks. Um, that the goal for a framework is for it to be phased out as new updates come to JavaScript, come to HTML, CSS. That's the goal. Um, but it's one of those things where you just got to be okay diving in something else, and you're just, oh, this is how we do it this way, this is how we do it that way. So look, 24. I don't know, man. I don't know any 24-year-olds that have wrinkles. 49, trying to get to working. Good for you, man. What do I think about Alan Turing? So I don't know too much about Alan Turing. I did watch the movie they came out with a little while back. It was a good movie. I can tell that much. Shout out to our boys in Kansas. Have you taken the Harvard CS50 course? No, but I've thought about it. I actually recently looked at it again, and because one of the things I want to get better with is just traditional data structures and algorithms. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll check it out. So I might be, I don't know, maybe we'll do like a CS50 series. How were you able to progress so fast as a developer just over 2 years? I remember watching you do free code camp videos a while ago. Now you have a high paying job. It's a good question. It's a fair question, right? Um, the short answer is I worked hard. The long answer is a lot of little things that I consistently did, right? So, what does that mean? Well, in a 2 year period of time, and really it's closer to a 3 year period of time. So, I've been a developer a little over 2 years, but I really became a developer 9 months before those 2 years when I was coding every day and I was spending 2 to 4 hours a day weekdays and 4 to like 12 more on the weekends, and just sort of dedicated myself to it. And that constant repetition every day, every day, every day, every day. Um, hey, buddy. Um, has been one of those items where that has been the biggest payoff. And being active with what it is I'm looking to accomplish and aggressive, right? So, in my personal situation, I in about a 2.5 3 year period went from a college dropout to a technical writer at a software company and business analyst sort of role to the whole 9 months I was there every single day coding and learning and growing and doing whatever I could, right? Trying to learn to think more like a developer too. Okay, I got my first job and I moved across the country. Didn't know anybody in Florida. Sweet. I got a large pay raise in comparison and on the path. I was willing to go anywhere in the US and a lot of places out the US to get that job, but I was only looking in the US. But the whole time I'm working on side projects. I'm diving into new stuff. I'm learning about the job market, but every day I'm working towards it, right? And that drive. And like, it takes a lot of guts to relocate. It takes a lot of guts or stupidity. I can't say that. Look, man, here's the short answer to how you can be, how and why I became how I progressed fast as a developer. Because I would say, like, I have 2 years of resume experience, but I would say you're probably getting close to a 5 year developer plus, upper mid tier developer. I want to say I'm senior because I don't feel that way, and I do stupid things sometimes. Um, and it's kind of hard to say that. Like, I don't want to say it, you know what I mean? You want someone else to say it about you, but in my case, there has been so few things in my life. Hey, buddy. So few things in my life that I was actively pursuing, and like, it wasn't a matter. Like, when was the last time that you were like, you really thought to yourself, like, you know what? It doesn't matter what it is you're trying to accomplish or when. It's just a matter of time. Like, this is my goal. This is what's going to happen. I just have to keep running headfirst into it. Like, and so I told myself I was going to work every day for 5 years. That's it. If I can't get to where I want to go in 5 years and accomplish what I want to do by working every day, it wasn't going to happen. That was it. 5 year period. So up until the last month, I feel like I've been doing that for the last 3.5 years. So for the last 3.5 years, I've been working at a side project every day, trying to accomplish something every day, and here we are. You know, it's it's just one of those things where I've been very aggressive. I've been very aggressive with the job market. I've been very aggressive with my learning. When I felt like my previous company wasn't necessarily going to make me a better developer anymore, I got up and I left, to be honest. And so, like, that, because that was important to me, because I understand it's easy to stay, it's a lot harder to leave. Um, you know, uh, that's the truth of the matter, because you got to go to a new environment. And so I was willing to do that to get better. And this last year, me personally, I feel like I have taken my code level up a notch. And there's a lot of people at work I should thank for that, and a lot of working on teams and bouncing back and forth projects. Nothing's ever perfect, but I think I've grown a lot because of that. Um, do you guys hear my cat over here meowing at me? Buddy. Ugh. Hey, hey, what are you freaking out about? But that's the truth of the matter, is I've just been doing a lot of little things for a long time. Like, how many people in here in chat have read any coding books? Like, it's okay. I didn't really read one until I was already a developer. But in the last 2 years, and really in the last 6 months, I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, and about 4 coding books in the last 6 months. And to get better, to keep learning, to grow as a developer. Books are a waste of time when you're getting going, without a doubt. I don't think you're going to learn shit from books when you're getting going. But I think once you're a developer, and uh, and and you're already working and you have that. I got me Code Complete. This is the one. So right now, you can see I started it. Right now, I'm actually finishing up Clean Architecture, and then I'm jumping back into Code Complete. I'm honestly thinking about bringing this into work and just reading like 30 minutes a day at work. Like, that'll be something I do in the morning. I don't know. It's not a bad idea. I might leave this out. But yeah. So but that's the truth of the matter is, John's book. I got John's book over here too. Code Complete now. John's book is breaking shit. John's book is the Complete Software Developer's Career Guide. But yeah, so that's just how you do it, I guess. Um, you be aggressive. You continue to mature and grow as a developer. One of the scariest things, this has happened to so many of my developer friends, that because a lot of you guys who just got your first dev job, you probably were worth, like, one of the things that you'll notice of people who successfully go and start a new career in software is that they had other people around them that they were working with. Maybe they went to boot camp together, maybe it was friends who were in the grind together, friends you met at a meetup. But one thing that you notice is that you've been growing and you have people around you that are interested in that stuff. But I gotta throw this box out. But yeah, so, like, unfortunately, not everyone stays with it. And a common thing to happen with all that is that you get your first job and then you're gone. Like, you accomplish your one and only goal to get your first job. Like, really what you need to understand is that's just your first job and the first time, and you just keep growing and getting better. A lot of people don't do that, unfortunately. Thank you, Flowers to Kitty. Um, but that's the name of the game. Do I still plan on picking up C#? Yes, 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 please. Yeah. I go out of town for a couple days in November. When I get back, that's when I'm actually gonna start picking up C# tickets at work and just pull them, like, yoink. Yeah. Um, are junior engineer jobs dead? I don't think so. I think you just got to be good. Thing about junior engineer jobs is that very few companies are going to hire you out of for a role and just train you. That's not really how the world works, unfortunately, especially not in software. When if you got the skills, you can get the job. And so you need to be a junior. You have to be able to carry your own. That's the truth of the matter. Just gotta get good, and then you'll get a job. Yo, speaking of getting jobs, man, uh, it's my birthday, so I get a bunch of messages from from you guys on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on YouTube, whatever it is, and I'm just like checking them on LinkedIn, something like that, because I'm getting messages, and I swear to you, the same recruiter did this a year ago at my last birthday. Sent me a happy birthday. By the way, if you happen to be looking for a new role, please send me your updated resume. I was like, that's this person, that's this recruiter's thing. I think they just wait for your birthday after you've already connected. It's like, time to follow up again. I don't necessarily mind it, but I think it's kind of savage. Like, happy birthday. Slide in real quick. Let me get that referral bonus though. Uh, yeah. Yeah, it's junior roles are a funny thing in that aspect because it's it's one of those items where What's a junior? A junior is kind of just someone with no experience that's getting going. You can write code, not very well, and but you can get the job done. So you're probably going to go on a back office tool or something like that. Do I still get random offers from random companies? Yeah, I would say fairly regularly. Offers is a strong word. Like I'll have a internal recruiter ask if I want to interview with their devs for a role, and I don't really have to interview. Like I don't have to like apply. Like some recruiter would have sent me a message and asked me like, "Hey, would you like to interview for this front end role at the company?" Set up an interview. Nah. Usually I give the same answer. I give the same answer. I'm gonna get some water. But I give the same answer, and it's something like, I'm pretty happy at where I'm at. Um, what's the salary range for this role? Um, and that's usually the same answer I give because I'm happy. I'm not really looking to go anywhere. And for the most part, because I'm very well paid, especially with 2 years experience, or I'm well paid, very well paid. Some people would say very well paid, well paid. 2 years experience. Most companies aren't even gonna. Most companies aren't even going to be in a range where it's even an option, right? So you don't worry about it. You don't waste your time with that. Um, but I'm always open. I'm always open. There's really only 4 companies. There's probably 10 companies out there that I would want to work with, like actually want to work with. Microsoft would be one, like all the Amazon, Facebook, Google, like those 4. Then there would be a couple like companies that would just be kind of cool for me. I'd love to work at like a Udemy or a Udacity, something about e-learning. Like I like that aspect. So like e-learning company, that'd definitely be right up my niche. Or like a boot camp. One thing that I think I totally would be down with is maybe going and being like a boot camp teacher. Not anytime soon, but like I've always wanted to teach, but I don't have a degree, so I can't teach. And I don't really want to get paid what teachers get paid, unfortunately. I wish our good teachers got paid more. There's a lot of bad ones that should get paid less, uh, but the good ones, I wish they got paid more. But unfortunately, it doesn't matter how good or bad you are, you oftentimes don't get paid very well anywhere. Um, but yeah, that'd be kind of cool. How good should you be at vanilla JavaScript? Um, I mean, if your language of choice is JavaScript, you should be really good at it. Like, I think of about it as any language, right? English is my first and pretty much only language, and so you have to say to yourself, okay, cool. Um, how well should you know JavaScript? About 80% as well as I know English, maybe higher, if you want to think of it that way. Like, actually, I want to say equal percentage, 100. As well as I speak English, I would need to know JavaScript. So like there's probably some words I can't spell very well. And like you say, okay, well, there are some more abstract concepts about prototypes that I know, but I'm not in depth about because I've been working with the syntactic sugar that is classes and JavaScript. But um, at the end of the day, what how good you should be is you really should be able to, much like how I can speak to you in English, I can also write English and I can form ideas and concepts and sentences and paragraphs, sometimes not very well, especially when I'm tired on Thursday. But that's how good you should be with JavaScript. You should be as proficient in it especially in that solid language. Yes, I'm not talking about the frameworks. I'm not talking about the DOM manipulation. I'm talking about purely in the vanilla, the core principles of programming, the core principles of JavaScript that you should be able to understand its data types. You should be understand the control flow. You should understand the array methods, the string methods. You should understand arrays and objects inside and out. You should understand how to use it all and build things in it. Hey, buddy. Am I going to stay up to watch C9 versus Fnatic for a shot at the finals? No, but I have been catching up on it. I'll be watching it. Yeah, that's too late for me. Pay wise, maybe a boot camp teacher would be a step back. I mean, it all depends, right? I remember when I was looking for my first dev job, I came across a boot camp teacher that they were paying at that time 150K, up to 150K for 6 months. So most boot camps probably don't pay like that, but you make some real money at some of those boot camps, man. So it all depends. The teacher is probably the most expensive aspect of some boot camp. I would say by and large, you probably make 100 to 150K at some of these boot camps. It all depends. How important do you think the solid principles are? So that's another thing that I want to get better at and kind of understand is, although I'm somewhat familiar with solid principles, I'm by no means a master of them. And that's something that I appreciate that my current workplace has instilled into me. So one thing that I've been thinking about doing to solve this is I'm going to make a video on each letter of the solid principles with examples. Similar to, if you remember my Code Like a Pro series, it'll be a continuation of that with the solid principles being its focus. So that's going to be something that I'll be doing. Why wouldn't you start your own boot camp? I have no interest in starting my own one. I am I landing planes now? Yeah. Got him. Yeah, just because you don't always have to do something yourself. There is some enjoyment. Like, let me put it this way. This is my YouTube channel. This is something that I don't see leaving my life. Like, it's something that I may be more active at it than other times and whatnot, but it's going to be sort of part of. It's my main hobby. It's going to be part of my side hustle. It's something I enjoy doing, and this is like, so that this is very fulfilling for me to a degree. But it's something that's always going to be there. Like, going, and if I started a boot camp, that's something that, like, you're like, look, you're donating 5 to 20 years of your life. Who knows, right? But I don't know that I would want to do that. And so, like, that's something I go all in. And honestly, I'm not qualified by any means, but to teach at a boot camp and years down the road for 2-3 years, that could be something that's a lot of fun. I'm a self-taught web developer. I received a freelance job to make a web application. Should I take the risk and accept the challenge, or just keep looking for an entry-level job? I mean, it all depends on what the web application is, how it pays, if you can count it as an internship. That's what I would do. I would consider it an internship on my resume and find a way to make that so that's a truthful statement. Because an internship, I think, where you have a finished product, is something that looks much better than just a single finished product. That's just me. But you should, if you do take it, it doesn't mean that you should stop looking for an entry level job. You should keep looking and keep working and keep studying to get better. Damn it, I forgot what I was going to do. I was going to look something up real quick. Something we talked about reminded me of it. How you doing, Ricky? Ricky's got to get back into the YouTube game, Ricky. Don't think I haven't known you slacked off. Your website looks good, though, man. I've been trying to make myself a website for the longest time. The problem is I just don't have any design skills, and I'm too cheap to hire a designer because I'm trying to pay the house off. But that's on the agenda. Inspiration, Jesus. Those are strong words. I still don't remember what I was going to look up, though. I'm bummed out about that. Headset ideas can keep me fit. Yeah. So how do you deal with problem solving at work? I mean, a situation where a senior manager is scrutinizing you when you hit a real blocker that maybe lasts for more than a day. Um, that's a good question. Um, the honest answer is not very well. uh, so, um, but I've always been whenever. So here's the thing: is if you aren't willing to, if you don't, if you so I gave this analogy earlier, but like you know how when you go and you apply to be a you go and you apply to get a credit card and that puts a hard inquiry on your credit check and then after like a year it drops off or something like it's like a year and a half or 6 months, but after a period of time it drops off. The way that I look at businesses as an employee is similar to that where like 3 strikes you're out, but every out is like a hard inquiry on your thing, and it drops off after 6 months. You know what I mean? So like, you're gonna have rough weeks, and that's like 1 strike. You have another. It's about not making it the everyday scenario, right? It's about making it the exception to the rule, and um, it's the point I'm trying to make is how do I deal with it? I deal with it by making sure that I'm working at a good workplace where that happens as infrequent as possible, right? And I think I did that, and asking the right questions when you're at those positions. Um, but I also do it by on a more practical sense, and I think that's all very practical. But I do it by having a conversation with those around me who when I need help, I'm not afraid to reach out to the other devs. Um, those sorts of things. So thank you, Dapper Nerf Herder. Thank you very much. App Academy releasing its course for free. I don't know anything about it. Here's the thing that cracks me up is so App Academy on their thing says our graduates in San Francisco earn an average salary of $101,000. That sounds like a whole ton of money, doesn't it? $101,000. The fact that it says in San Francisco is what makes this upsetting because like $101,000 in San Francisco is not that much. San Francisco is like, you know what an apartment costs, like a one-bedroom apartment costs in San Francisco, like $3,000. Yeah, and it's 92,000 in New York. So it's like both those places. I don't know New York, but I've had talked to some people who live there. It's expensive, man. Like, so $100,000 in San Francisco is like you're doing all right. I'm not saying you're gonna be homeless or anything. Like you're definitely better off than most people, but like it's not a ton of money for SF. It's not like a wow you like if it's the 130 range. That's like tripling the amount of cash you have on hand compared to after rent and utilities in San Francisco. uh, but I don't see the link me their free 12-week course that you're talking about. Let me see here. I'm looking. Oh, you're right here. This is kind of cool. Dude, that'd be fun. Dude, I might just do this for fun. God, let it be in something different than JavaScript, though. I'd want it to be something completely different. Happy birthday! Thank you, JS exclamation point. Look at you. Um, got to be so dope. It was like C#. What advice would I give my 20-year-old self 11 years later? I think I did a video about this for my 30th birthday, like 5 things I would tell my younger self, and they're still all pretty much true. Is like, love yourself a little bit more. Don't be so hard on yourself. Um, Drop out of college sooner. Uh, what else was there? I'd have to go back and watch the list, but those are the two that come to mind. Um, yeah, so sorry, I'm a little mesmerized by this. Welcome to App Academy course outline. Yeah, this is gonna be fun, man. I'm probably gonna do this. I'm just trying to see their syllabus. Tito, you pay them back after you get a job. Not on this one. This one's like all you online. You're doing your own thing, man. Full stack online introduction, SQL, React, introduction to programming, alpha curriculum, Ruby. Dude, it'd be kind of dope to do some Ruby. Sounds windy. Sorry. I could do this. Maybe I'll go get sponsored and I'll do the whole series. I'm looking at the free online curriculum for App Academy. I think it'd be kind of fun. What I think about Java compared to JavaScript, it's a different type of language. Um, is Ruby any good as Java option? I don't know where they have Ruby jobs. That's the truth of the matter. Like are for especially so things that you should always be learning are like things that are still in high demand. So like, let's see if I type in Ruby, what comes up. Oh, there's a ton of Ruby jobs. So if I type in Ruby, there's 52,000 results. What if I type in JavaScript? If I type in JavaScript, this is just, so I'm searching worldwide for Ruby, and I'm searching worldwide for JavaScript. JavaScript has 290,000 results on LinkedIn, while Ruby has 52. Yeah. So number of jobs isn't everything. That's a very rudimentary search, but for a while, so like the people who I know who have learned Ruby have had hard times getting jobs because there's less opportunities. Doesn't mean there's not a lot. There is probably by most people's standards, but data structure and algorithms, you got practice, man. The book I'd recommend, I have it over there. It's one of the ones I didn't finish, to be honest with you, is Cracking the Coding Interview, and just sort of learn the basic data structures and algorithms. So another thing that I need to do better at, and I'm looking to on how to improve. Um, but all right, guys. I might do a weekend AMA. I might not. I don't know. We'll see how busy this weekend is. So count this as your unofficial weekend AMA. But that is it. I appreciate you letting me try out the headset, see how all this goes. I'll see you guys next time.